The Sax of Friends podcast. I'm your host, Dave Saxologist. Today I have a very special guest. He is a pianist, a composer, a faith leader, and just an overall good brother. He is Mr. Charles Thompson. Charles, how you doing, brother?
Doing great, Dave. Thanks for having me on part of this broadcast, man. I really appreciate it.
Ah, no problem, man. I tell you what, man, ever since we've been friends on Facebook, man, I've been following you and I just love your positivity, man. And you always come from and you always been encouraging to me, so I really appreciate that too, man. You know.
You're welcome. I
Yeah.
always tell people, yeah, I'm more than music. I love people, I love life, and people need to be encouraged daily. They really do.
And you do that too, man. And that's one thing I like about always positivity, man. It's enough negative out here anyway, so you
That's
don't have
all
to
good.
contribute to that, right?
Right. Exactly.
And man, your musical talent is just out there, man. When I first heard you, I had I heard some I hear a little Joe Sample in there, man. You know what I mean? I said I don't know if that was one of his influences, man, but the way you tickle those ivories, man, it just kind of made me think of Joe Sample. So
Praise God. Praise
so
God.
what
Yeah.
who are your mentors? Who are some of the guys that you listened to growing up?
It really started with I go back to like Ramsey Lewis, Ramsey Lewis, and then you got Joe Sample, like you said, and then you got my main Bob James,
Oh
Bob
yeah,
James.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, they are not showcase players. They're chorus player, but they know how to showcase when it's time to showcase. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
It's not like that because they are very easy in what they do, but it's so beautiful when they do it. You know, and that's why I love that. I love that,
So when
and
you
it's a lot. You
so when you started out, what influenced you to get started in music? What was your upbringing in music wise?
Okay, well, I really a good question because a lot of people don't know this. Well, I come from doing James Brown. I do his voice. I do the dance routine. Oh yeah, I'm a singer first, Dave. Before I play these keys, I'm a singer.
Okay.
I'm a singer. Hard. So I'm able to transform his voice and through me as well as the dance. Now I stopped doing the splits. I'm 71 now. You know what I'm saying? I don't do the splits anymore, but I can do them. I just choose not to do them. I'm trying to save myself. You know what I mean?
Oh.
But really, James Brown is my total influence.
And that is a great influence because JB, and the thing about him, where I understand that, I don't know if he played any instruments, but they say his ear was so good. Is that
He
right?
played drums. He
Oh,
played
did he?
drums,
Okay.
and he played piano. And he played piano.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he? Okay. Because
Yes. Yes.
I know Maceo said that they would be practicing and whatever, and James be doing his thing, then he'll just stop and say, somebody's off. And he just knows right away that, and he just turn around.
Exactly.
That ear, that's where that ear comes in at. Yeah.
Right. That's right. Yeah, and so really that's my influence. And so not only his music, but his mindset of being perfected in what he does. That's something you can just carry on for as long as you live in
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Every day is evolution, so you have to learn a lot of stuff. But I like his tenacity as far as being like on top of everything, on the one. You
Yeah.
got to be there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah. That's
got to be.
right. You play more than one instrument. How many instruments do you play?
Okay, well, I play drums as well as and I play the keyboards, and like I said, and I sing. Everything else is done through the keyboards and stuff like that. So
Okay.
really, my main two instruments is drums and piano, and also play guitar as well.
Okay. When did
Yeah,
when did you start playing any of them? When did you first start?
I would say probably after doing James Brown from singing and stuff like that, I started on the guitar first. I
Oh,
started on that.
okay.
And then so cause my father plays guitar in a gospel group. He played guitar. So I always heard guitar chords. And then it went to the piano, then the drums. The drums came later. But I love drums. I love to play drums.
Okay. Who are you guys on drum? Billy Cobb hand, anybody like that, or what?
And it's so many. I go back to it's a young guy named Tony Roaster. He's a prodigy child, but
Okay.
his brother mine can play. And there's
Yeah.
so many other drummers out there. But if I had to go back, it would be James Brown drummer. Clyde.
Yeah. Yeah.
James Brown drummer, that pocket. I love that pocket, man.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
one of the reasons go ahead.
Now go ahead. What you were saying about that pocket?
That's one of the reasons why I chose my series of music, smooth jazz vibration, because I want to bring something else to that, the concept of smooth jazz. The vibration comes from James Brown, Earth, Wind and Fire, and so forth on. There's so much stuff that comes with the word vibration in my music. I wanted to not sound like the regular ones out there all the time. I mean, sure, I can do that, but I wanted to create something different. So when you hear all the music, you can hear a variation of funk, smooth jazz, classical. You're gonna hear everything in my music. It's just not one pigeonhole.
That's all right, man. So when you studied James, you really studied. You did a deep dive on him, right? You
So
read
yes,
and you did everything, huh?
it's always here.
Yeah.
It's always there. It's always there.
James was so the thing about his bands too, though, his bands, they had to be tight, didn't they? Everything had to be, like you said, on the one. It got, it's got to be on the one, you
Had
know?
to be right there. This is how he and see, and that driving force of loving your gift. See, he loved his gift. That's the key. A lot of people can play, and be honest, everybody don't really love their gift. They just play. It's a
Yeah,
difference.
right.
But when you play and you love your gift, man, it's priceless. It's priceless.
Man, you know what? You're right about that, bro, because, I'm not a professional like you are, but when I play my saxophone, man, I'm a pro to me. You know what I mean? Because I
Watch
love it.
you. Watch you when you practice. I watch you and you're serious, and guess that's why you're gonna be great in what you're doing down the road because all you're doing now is preparing yourself for the next level. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, I receive it, man. I got a late start, but it's better late than never, though, right?
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Did you start out in the church, playing in the church?
Yes, yes. Playing drums in the church. I've been playing drums for a long time. Yeah, in the church. Yeah.
Right. And so when you did that, you just learned everything on the fly pretty much? Was it just trial by error?
Yeah, yes, you're someone like that because basically, I was taught drums, rudiments and stuff like that, as well as taught piano. But my teacher, she said, Charles, she said, smack mine. She said, stop playing. She said, I can't teach you.
Oh.
You know why? Because I always wanted my own sound.
Mhm.
I didn't want to sound like everybody. Although the Joe Samples and Bob James, you got that flavor there, but I wanted to create Charles Thompson music, and to be a sound like you was able to pick up on.
Right,
That's
right.
important. That's very important to me. And so she was like, Charles, I'm gonna teach you this stuff, but you're not gonna need me too long. And she was very serious about that.
Yeah.
And she said, I'm through with you. A few lessons. She said, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
So you know what, though, Charles? That sounds like that was just a gift, brother. You
Yes,
just
it
had
is.
it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It really, and I thank God for it. I really do. It's one of my, well, really, it's one of my safe place. It really is.
Yeah.
That's my
So
safe place.
did you learn by ear? Did you start out by ear?
No, I started by reading and then
No.
by ear. And then
Okay.
by ear. When she told me this, just go ahead, just do what you do.
Yeah.
And then from that point, I started creating my sound and my chords.
And so when did you do your first album, though? How many? Because you've done quite a few of them. When did you do the first one?
Watch, I'm gonna show you something here. This is my first cassette. It's called The Ounces Love. I'm not sure you can see that
I
now.
see it.
I
Yeah.
just This came out in 1989.
Wow.
Yes, I go back, okay? And I just redid this recently. The one you saw when you did the promo.
Uh-huh.
This is a remake of this song. I added to the times of now with that sound. But that song started from this song, this track, this cassette tape right here.
That This
That's
Is
what it's
Nice. This Is Nice came from that?
the one, The Ounces Love. The Ounces
Oh,
Love,
the
the
Answer
vocal.
Love. Okay.
To
Yeah.
love. That's a singer. I got 3 singers out now, and all these, everything you play in the promo is going to be on the next CD called the Love Mix.
Okay.
It's coming out. It's coming out next year. Yeah,
All right. So are you're independent or are you on a label or
independent. Charles
independent?
Thompson. Yeah, Charles Thompson music. Yeah,
So you own all your masters and everything, huh?
I control my whole thing. I control all of it. Yeah.
So let's talk about the business, man. Since you're in the business and you know some of the horror stories, what used to happen back in the day and stuff. Why is it so hard for record companies to do the right thing, man, with artists, man? You know what I mean?
Say this in probably in one word. It's basically a money thing. Basically, it's money.
Yeah.
They won't control. They won't control other revenue.
Everything too, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah. So some artists, unfortunately, they do sell their soul to the companies. I choose not to. You know,
Right.
so you can get to another level, doing that, but you're not getting all what you're supposed to get back.
Yeah, and
So
I heard something about these 360 deals that they have people sign too, where they get
right.
a percentage of everything you do, even if you did a podcast or your
Yes.
merch, and they get
Yes.
some of everything. That's just owning you.
Yes. Yes. And like I said, those people who do that is like you saying, in a sense, you're selling your soul to who. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right, right.
Because that's what it boils down to. Because when you let all your gift go that God given you into let somebody else control it, that's not good.
Yeah, yeah, I know that's right, man. So let me ask you, Charles, when you've played with a lot of people. So on your bio, man, you've played and been and shared bills with a lot of like just a lot of famous people, man. Did you give me a give me a story of somebody that you worked with, somebody that was really cool, you really appreciated, and the opportunity was just, you know, it was just amazing, man.
Well, wow, that's just a good question because there's so many to pick out just one. Um, Really, it's mainly wow, I can't pick out one, Dave. It's just so many. It's just
What
so
you,
many. This
okay, well, let's put it this way then. Let me know who you've played with, who you shared stages with. Just
okay.
anything.
I've been on stage with I'm trying to think because it goes back so far back. Of course, I didn't play with James Brown, but I've been on stage with James Brown.
Okay,
Before.
okay, yeah,
Do that. Now, but and I actually was that's dancing. He allowed me to dance on one of his shows, and
okay,
so that was a good. As far as the smooth jazz artists, that came later. So I have not really played with a lot of them as far as on the live shows,
uh-huh.
only through uh, compilations as far as being created, Bob Baldwin, people like that.
Oh yeah,
I met him. We had a launch date to talk about future stuff, and it just so many more. It's kind of hard to pick,
right.
to pick out one. It
I
really
understand.
is.
Well, I tell you, ask you this: what is some good advice that you got from somebody that you looked up to about music?
Well, it will go back to Bob Baldwin, really. It just be consistent in what you're doing. The most important thing is love your gift. Because if you don't love your gift and you're just doing it for money, it's not going to last. It's just going to be money. And so, which means you're not going to be creative
Right.
in doing what you're doing and writing. And so with him, we had a power lunch, and he just gave me the proper advice. He said, love your gift and just continue enhancing the gift that God given you. And in the right time, you'll meet the right person and you'll be at the right place at the right time. In the meantime, don't let that block you from doing what you're doing. So when I'm in the studio, I'm already there. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just not in the studio. I'm in that zone of the thousands of people that you see in the big audiences. I see that vision. I actually see that, and it's coming closely. And just by you giving me this opportunity, this interview, all this is a part of a vision that God already put out there already. So it's just all about timing and being in tune with God at the same time. But that's what Bob shared with me. He shared with me about just love what you're doing and keep on honing your gift. You can't never stop learning.
Yes.
You really like you practice all the time. I watch you
Yes.
practice.
Oh yes.
Can't never stop practicing, Dave.
I know.
Always. I'm in here anytime.
Yeah.
Time. It could be 7 in the morning. It could be 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in here constantly creating and writing music. I have a catalog of music probably right now over 1,000 songs that probably some will be heard, some probably will never be heard. But I'm constantly writing all the time.
That's beautiful, man. So what after all the success you've had, Charles, in this long career you've had, what keeps you motivated to keep doing this?
Or you already know one word: God. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That He's the source of the gift. And that's why I write gospel, music as well. Because when I first came out, my first CD was called the Praise Project. This is the first one. This is my first actual CD.
Okay.
It's called the Praise Project. Okay, and so since that CD, because I want to always give God the praise in all my music, so I don't write any negative or derogatory song titles. If God got to be pleased with what I write and what I say.
That's beautiful, man. I like that. Now you play at church. You're playing at your church currently as well, right?
I play drums in the church. Yeah.
You play
Hmm.
keyboards too, or just drums every week or
No,
whatever?
I'll play keyboards if the pianist say he's not there or something for a minute.
Uh-huh.
Then I'll go in and do some fillings while the preacher might be saying something or something's going on as far as the announcements. I'll play behind that, but mainly in church, I strictly just play the drums.
Okay. So I'm not that much familiar with drum gear or whatever, but I love gear though. So let me ask you a question about drum there. So what kind of brand? What are the brands for drums or that are like saxophones or Selmer or whatever? What is your stuff?
Uh, well, the number one has always been and always would be Pearl.
Okay, yeah, I remember that Pearl though. Yeah,
They got so many series out there, but Pearl is the one that is the go-to drums.
isn't there one with a Z on it? Start with a Z.
Uh, I'm trying to think which that is.
I saw something. I remember seeing some drums on somebody with a Z. But I don't remember though. But yeah, that's okay.
You said Z
Yeah.
Z.
Hmm.
Well, Z is not the drum. Z is a place where they it's where they go. It's called Zidigian. I can't really say it
Yeah, yeah,
properly,
that
but
that.
that's where. Yeah, those are the instruments that drum people that you use, like the cymbals. Those are the
Oh,
cymbals. And yes, they do have drums, but they are a product of accessory to drums. That's who they are.
okay. So how do I'm curious about this too. I'm always curious about musicians and how they travel with stuff. So if you have to go play drums somewhere, if you had to go on a plane, how do you do that, man?
You pack them like you pack your saxophone. They go under the bottom of the train. They go, yeah, not on
Oh,
the
do
train,
you?
but the plane. They go like luggage. They go the same way as
Oh,
luggage.
okay.
What you do for musicians, sometimes if they know, say a very popular musician,
Right.
let's say Bob James touring, they have a section for them where that music be all to themselves on a plane,
Mhm.
and then regular baggage will be, on another set. Because
Okay.
they know these people are frequent flyers. So they got certain planes for people like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes it'll be with the cargo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it goes like that. Yeah. So it's no
Man,
different than anybody that's flying. It's just that certain people they will set up something for them particular because of their gift.
I went to see Adrian Crutchfield on Saturday night here. That's a bad
I
boy.
saw that.
You see that? Yeah.
So,
And
so
I'm
proud of him, man. So
oh
proud of him.
oh man, he's a great dude, man. I met him about 4 years ago at the NAM show, and ever since then, man, we've been kind of cool. I hit him up, and every time he shows up here, I go see him. But
Excellent. Excellent.
he had all that stuff. And it's funny during the show. I looked on the stage. He had a tenor, alto, soprano, and a flute. And I'm like, how you got to have a couple different bags and put them in there or whatever, But
Yeah, yeah. But he been doing this. I never met him in person, but a friend of mine on one of my jobs
Mhm.
mentioned him years ago. She said, Charles, you got to hear this boy Adrian. She's always said that. And I'm talking about back in the 90s, probably. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
She had told me, and I'm just, and I start following him, listening to him, and to see where he at right now, it lets me know that it's, my time is coming to that point.
Yeah,
It's getting
yeah.
there right now because he never gave up when he probably could have given up.
Exactly. Yeah. And now he's with Brian Culbertson and Dave Cos and all that, and he got a number one record. So yeah, I'm proud
He's
of him
right
too, man.
because never stop using your gift. That's the
Yeah.
key.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
That's all
key.
right, man.
I'm so proud of him.
So let me ask you, Charles, have you ever toured? You ever do any touring?
I had a road band. Was called for my hometown, Richmond, Virginia. I'm here in Atlanta now. We had a road band called Stacey Henry and Justin. They were like the horn players, man. He played that long bass sax.
Oh,
You know
the
what I'm saying?
baritone or whatever?
Yes,
Yeah.
him and another guy. I mean, he had a band like James Brown horn players. That's the kind of stuff I come from. I come from
Oh,
horns.
oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
syncopation, bum, bum, all that.
Hmm.
That's me. That's me. And that band, man, really gave me the opportunity because I was doing a number of James Brown then.
Uh-huh.
And strictly James Brown, nothing else. Strictly James Brown. And they gave me the roadmap to being professional because we did nothing but army bases. That's all we did.
Oh,
That was our tour. So
okay.
we travel around everywhere, armed force bases. That was our tour.
And that's, you know what, and the soldiers, it's good that, I remember when I was in the army though, they had the USO tours and stuff, and guys would come over there and play for us, and that really lifts spirits of soldiers and stuff, especially abroad.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
they need that, man.
yeah.
Music is healing. That's what
It
it is. It's
is.
healing.
It really is,
It's
though.
healing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's funny because when we talk about, because Brittany Atterbury, she was in the music ministry, and
Right. Okay.
and with sick people, she would go to, when I interviewed her, she would go to hospital and play for sick people and stuff like that, and just lift their spirits, man. That's beautiful.
So, man, it works. It works. It really does. You
Yeah.
can't. Uh, it is what it is. I mean, if we go back to the Bible, if you mind me going that way, music was a part of it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The kings, they wanted the flute, they wanted the harp.
Right.
It's healing. It really is.
Hey, so what's that? The keyboard you had there? What's the name of that one? What is
I got so many behind this wall here. You can't see this wall here. I got
the one
probably
you
got
got
over
right there?
20. Right here, I got in front of me. This right here is the PreSonus software for the software when I write my music. Right in here, you see all this here. You
Uh-huh.
might can't see. I'm bringing it down a little bit so you can see that part. You see this? See the software right there?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's PreSonus. So then right here, this is the Yamaha right here. That's
Okay.
Yamaha, and that's one of my go-to keyboards. It really is. It just everything that I want. Right? It just some pretty stuff. It's pretty stuff.
You do you have that on?
It's on. It's on. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Play something for me right quick.
Okay, and I knew I knew you were gonna ask that question, right? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna play something. Now I want you to hear. I got a track. I want you to hear that. I got a saxophone solo in here. I want you to hear it whenever we get opportunity.
Sure.
But anyway, huh?
Yeah. Go ahead. Sure.
Okay. So we just come here.
All right. It doesn't come all the way. For some reason it doesn't come through all the way. And I had the same problem, but whatever, that's it. But I could hear a little
Okay.
bit of it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna give you the same chords you heard. Let's see what happened here. This chord this song is called Sensual Sexy. They're not sexy as sex saxophone sexy.
Okay, I
Okay.
got you. I got
Okay, so get that clear real quick. Yeah, SA, not SE.
you. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
And when I wrote this song. Oh man. Anyway, it's called Central Sexy. They're gonna be the next CD, but I hope you can hear this. Can you hear this? I'm gonna bring it to you by right here. Can you hear that?
It goes in and out. I don't know. I had the same problem I don't know what it is about this stuff, but it's okay though.
Okay. You still can't hear it.
No, it just goes in and out. But that's all right though.
All right, we'll cut that off and we'll
Yeah,
stop
no
that.
problem. But
Yeah. We'll go ahead.
yeah, man, that's all right though, man. So do you prefer acoustic over electric piano?
I like both. I started off on I actually have a Kawai piano, the up front one, the upper right one.
Uh-huh.
That's what I started on. I started on upright. I'll keep this right here. This stuff here came later here. You know
Okay.
why? Because I like the natural sound.
Right.
This here is all electronic. It's pretty, but ain't nothing like getting on that piano and like say right here. I don't have it in this room here, but it's nothing like that. That
Yeah.
that 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 natural sound, that
Right,
wood
right,
and them
right.
keys,
Those old
it's priceless.
Steinways. Remember the old Steinways,
It's,
right?
it's priceless. You can't beat it. This is nice.
Yeah.
But ain't nothing like getting on that piano and because you know why? You got to make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make it happen.
It's funny, Charles. I'm actually trying to learn piano myself now. I
Good.
bought a keyboard, to help me with theory because I'm trying to open up my ear a little
Very
more.
good. Very good.
So yeah, me and my girlfriend, we're in here playing around with this. I just got a little cheap one but it's cool. So I'm learning. You know.
And you keep on. Like I told you earlier, always practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always practice. Like you do anyway. You're already doing that.
That's
You're
it.
already
Yeah.
doing it, you
So
know.
after you've been playing all that time, is it still C to C? Your thumb on C C
Yeah, yeah.
C
Yeah.
C, right? Yeah.
You always gonna be, you stick, no, that's the whole scale. The rest is just chords in between. You you might can't hear all this stuff. Can you hear this?
I can hear that.
Okay, right, yeah. And so and you go all the way down, to the high to next C, middle C.
Yeah.
And so everything in between there is nothing but chords in the middle. But that's the scale you're playing.
Yeah, that's what I have to learn because now I'm playing at church now, so I'm
I
learning
saw
on the
your
fly.
debut. I saw your debut. I saw you.
Thank you, man. You know what? And Charles, you know what? I've been here practicing so much. I thought I was gonna be nervous. I wasn't even nervous, man. I just said,
Well,
I got it.
relax. I saw you.
Yeah.
You were truly relaxed.
Yeah, I was, man. So now I'm gonna play again in a couple weeks.
All
So
right.
yeah, Christmas party.
Well,
Play with the men once a month now. So I'm happy about that.
very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. And see, and that's where your practice has come to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or so now there's more to come.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I'm sitting here. What I do sometimes, I just play a horn. I just blow a note, and I try to find it on the piano, or vice versa. I just hit this, and without looking, and just try to see if I can figure out which one it is.
Right. Okay, I got you. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah,
When I see you, I know exactly what you're doing. I
yeah,
know exactly what you're doing.
yeah,
But you're doing it.
yeah.
And you're doing it, and you're sharing it with us, which is
Yeah.
a beautiful thing.
I appreciate it, man. So let me ask you about when you out on the road. I mean, when you out playing, when you doing your thing at church or whatever. Do you just zone out when you hitting the drums or whatever? Do you just what I mean, just take it all in? How do you do when you playing?
Well, when you're doing church music and probably any music, but especially church, you have to be focused on who you're playing for and what you're playing for. I'm playing for God. I'm
Right,
not playing for man. I'm
right.
playing when I'm in church. This is strictly I'm giving God. I'm thanking God for my gift to play, and I'm representing Him through my drumming.
Okay.
So no, I don't zone out.
Yeah.
Because I'm spiritually right there. I'm
Right,
spirit.
right.
I want to make sure that God is pleased with what I'm doing. I'm not playing a song because some drummers, all they do just want to play da 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 da. No, I'm playing spiritual music to uplift uplift God's name. I really am. I
Okay.
play for God. Yeah.
So when you get in your creative space, when you want to write, what is your inspiration behind your writing? What like you when you do your vibration, how do you come up with titles and you say, this is what I want to convey?
A good question. Sometimes it comes to you naturally, and sometimes it doesn't. But usually, it might be a certain chord. You must say, "Oh wow, that's pretty," and whatever. And so you derive the sound, the rhythm, and then the concept of a song. Like say, for example, I might come here at nighttime and I start playing something, and I think, okay, I like this. And then as I start adding the drum lines to it, the bass line to it, and so forth on, it becomes something different that I even thought about. So now I have to say, okay, what I want to title this. And so that's where it's a mindset. It's a mindset. And you create the music, and then because for me the title never comes first. It comes last.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really say I'm going to write "It's My Time." Like my first CD was called "It's My Time," right?
Right.
And so I titled that because it was my time to go evolutionary to the next level in my career. And so the title always comes last. It never comes first. I don't know why with me. Probably
Yeah.
other artists, if I say, "Man, I'm gonna write a song called Love," I don't. It comes later.
Okay.
But one thing, if you know me, anything that I title is going to be pleasing to God, regardless. You
Right,
already know
right.
that.
Yeah, you got some, you know what, that the one that I played the other day, This Is Nice, man. That is
Oh, thank you.
really nice, man.
And you know what? That title is a good. That, I'm glad you came back with that because when I wrote that song, I said, this is nice. That was it.
Yeah,
I said, that's gonna be the title
yeah.
because I knew if it get in the right places, it can go somewhere. I knew
Man,
that.
I listen to that. When I'm walking, man, it come up on my playlist, man. I'm walking, I'm like, oh, that's my boy right there. It's Charles, man. This is nice. I hear that when I hear that ding, 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 I say, oh, get out of here, man.
I appreciate that, man. That means so much to me, because as an artist, when we are making music, we never know who hears it. We really don't know until they
Right.
tell us.
Yeah.
I mean, we know the playlist got it. The playlist they get it. But when someone personally who's also a musician himself, like yourself, tell you that, it's priceless.
Oh yeah,
You
man.
know,
You know
it's
what?
really that.
I tell you what, y'all. When I started doing this series, John Clemmer is the one that I did him first, and he was like,
Remember,
Dave, you're a natural, man. He said you should do it some more. So I decided to do it, and the reason I do it is because I'm such a big fan of the music, and I play myself, and I think I can
mm,
bring a different perspective to you guys
yes,
because since I can play a little bit, I know what you guys are doing, instead of somebody that just listens and doesn't play. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I
right,
just
right,
think, especially with sax players, those guys, I can talk shop with the best of them,
okay.
and that's the beautiful thing about it, man. To bring you guys and tell and let you guys tell your stories, man.
And you know what? And I speak for myself and probably the rest of them who already been there. 'Cause I've seen all your shows. We so much appreciate that. We really do. Not only because it's advertising, because it really is for us, promoting in the whole 9 yards
Right,
without a cost or price. It's just a friendship that you have given us and an
right,
opportunity given us. Especially as an independent artist, we need this. I'm speaking for all of them. We need it. Adrian needed too. Although he's in a certain place now,
right.
still needed. Still
Exactly,
needed. So
exactly.
I
Yeah.
know myself, I was so honored. And I'm gonna tell you something, before you contact me to be on it, I already asked God for you to contact me.
Is that right?
And the very next day, you text me, man, I want you on the show. I said, look at God. That's what
That's
he
it.
does, man.
That's it,
You
man. You're
know,
right.
I'm serious. I said, God, I want to be on his show. And I knew it would happen, but not as soon as it did. I said, God, you're just so awesome. And God just keep on just open doors up for me every day, every day.
And that's what's beautiful about it, man. You say when you're a really believer and you just surrender to God, man, he's going to do things for like, being retired, you and I both being retired. It's like, what am I doing now? What am I going to do? I play golf, I play my horn, but I was like, let me do this. After I did the John Clemmer interview, I said, I don't know what's going to happen, but I got a lot of friends on Facebook, and most of my friends are musicians like you. So I
Yeah.
just started reaching out to you guys and just saying, hey, would you like to come on? Let's do it.
But Dave, you truly are helping a lot of people more than you would even think. You really
Oh,
are. I knew you're enjoying the conversation from your standpoint, but from an artist standpoint, like myself, independent, this is like talking to, and he's dead now, like talking to Quincy Jones. You
yeah.
understand what I'm
I
saying?
know what you mean.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the idea that any kind of platform we can get to broadcast and showcase our gift from God, can't beat it.
And you're right.
So,
And not a lot of people are talking, talking to musicians just straight. I mean, they want to talk to the rappers and the top singers and all that stuff, but the musicians, what I mean, it's kind of take
right,
a back
right.
burn on that. But I was like, hey, man, we can do something about that. I want to talk to you
That's what
guys, man.
you're doing it. You're doing it. I'm pretty sure everybody, I probably speak for everyone who's been on the show thus far and those that come. Uh, they always should tell you thank you. Because I'm saying thank you myself right now. Thank you for this opportunity. Because you didn't have to do this. You could like my gift, but never say I want them on the show.
Right. Yeah, that's
So
true.
I said thank you.
But like I said, the ones I'm reaching out to are people that I genuinely, not even though I got friends, I'm not just going to just pick anybody. It's just guys, that I converse with or whatever. We share, not just because you a bad boy over there. I don't know if unless we engage a little bit. I'm not really going to, reach out too much. That's how I am though, Yeah, so
Okay.
I like to, guys that show love or guys that are posting and I like to watch the interaction. If, some of
Right.
these celebrities, they never respond to nobody though,
Right.
you know.
Right.
Yeah, so but
Well, I've always said you got to be humble, and so even if you get out there and you're still not humble, it's a it gonna come back on you.
yes, you're absolutely right
It'll
about
come,
that. Yeah.
it'll come back on you at some point.
Hey, so Charles, what are your thoughts on the music business as far as streaming versus physical copies and all that kind of stuff? What do you think about that?
Okay, I'm old school. I still write. I still create CDs.
Yeah.
I mean the playlists out there. I want to stop doing it, but I just love CDs. I love CDs, man. I still got my CD players. I still play my CDs.
Yeah.
I have a system in here that holds about probably over 500 CDs.
Okay.
Okay. And it'll play forever. I
Yeah.
bought this a long time. JVC unit. They had it in Circuit City back in the day.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember those.
And I still got it in my living room set up. And I play I have guests here or whatever. I put it on. I ain't got never give it for nothing. And music is playing, all the time.
Oh,
So, but I just love CDs, but I also understand I have to, dig into the way it is now. And I do that,
yeah,
But it's just nothing like a CD to me, man. I just
yeah.
like it.
I know, man. Yeah, you're right. Even though most people don't play them, like with
Right.
Adrian on Saturday, he had some CDs, so we bought one. He
Right.
says, I know nobody has CD players anymore, but you can use it as a coaster or whatever. He was just making jokes.
No, if I buy one, trust me, it's one in every room in this house. Is it
Yeah,
one? If I got a CD player somewhere, I'm going to play my CDs. I'm going to play them.
I got one.
I see.
I bought one of those portable ones just for the heck of it, just to have something to put in and hook up an external speaker to it, just to have it. But I hardly ever
Exactly.
use it. So,
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, so that's where it's at now. But I understand digital. I understand life is evolutionary. It's constantly moving forward, and we have to, whether we like it or not, we have to make sure that we are part of it.
yeah,
Because it's not going to change because Charles likes CDs. It's not going to stop for Charles. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right, right.
But I do have a fan base of people that will buy the CDs. So I only get enough CDs for those people who I know is in my fan base.
Okay,
And I really don't call them fans. I call them supporters because they really are supporting you.
right. That's
They really
true.
support. Yeah, I don't like the word fan. I don't really like that word. I understand it, but they're supporters.
Yes,
Because no one has to buy your product. They can say I like it, and that's it.
that's true. Yeah, you right. You're
So,
absolutely right about that, man.
and so what I do, I mix CDs for those people who I know still play their CDs in that
Yeah.
car. And like in my car, I have a 5 CD changer.
Okay.
I still play my CDs.
Yeah.
Although I got the digital stuff, I got the YouTube and blah blah blah, but I still play my CDs. When I travel home, I can go home on my 5 CDs. I ain't got never touch music. Got never got to touch it.
So
You know.
who you listen to these days, man?
Oh wow, man. I like it's it's hard to pigeonhole one, that as an
Yeah.
artist. But I listen to a lot of stuff. I like the new artists, but if I had to just say to pick out one that's out here, I still go back to, I mean, of course, Bob Baldwin is personal for me, so I
Yeah.
still like Bob.
Yeah.
And then they got Bob James. See, I like drummers, I like drummers as well, and it's a guy playing for Janet Jackson now. I can't again for Jay. I can't call his name right now, but this brother here, man, I like his drumming. He's a tight drummer. He's not a showcase drummer, but can he showcase? Yes, he can. I can't
Yeah.
call his name again for Jay. Anyway, and he's out here in Atlanta too. But it's kind of hard for me to say one because I like so many of them
Right. Right.
because I get energy from all of them. So you
Right.
still got like I said, Bob James, Bob Baldwin. You
Hmm.
got of course that question comes, your mind go blank a little bit.
Yeah.
But all the current ones out there,
You
I
listen.
like them all.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really do.
I listen.
Get something from all of them.
You know what? The thing is, a lot of times now on my playlist on iHeart and YouTube
Okay,
is the what I play with the most, and it's just a
okay,
plethora of stuff though.
yeah,
Just like yourself, I'm sure though. I listen to everything from R&B to But I'm still old school too, though. I mean, I love me some dramatics. You know what I mean? You gotta get some
Same
of
here,
that stuff
same
up in there, stylistics and stuff, man.
shallots,
Yeah.
delphonics. Yeah, I got you. I got you. And I still play that too. I love music. So I'm not, always just doing what I do here,
Right.
and playing
Uh-huh.
my stuff. I like to hear other artists and hear their gift what they do. And like I said, I'm a vocalist from the heart. On
Right.
this next CD coming out, the Love Mix, that's going to be a lot of singing. I brought in two artists from Atlanta, produced them. They're going to be on this next CD called the Love Mix coming out. And I wanted people to know, because a lot of people like you and so forth on who gravitate to my music now don't know I sing. You
Right.
know,
Right.
they know I play. But so this CD here is going to be, an eye opener for a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
how
really
long
call it my game. I call it my game changer.
how long have you lived in Atlanta now?
I've been here close to 10 years now.
How you like it
Yeah,
there?
I love it. I came here for my purpose to come here was music. I have my hometown, Richmond, Virginia. They 100% support me. I mean, I just can't say enough about my home.
Right.
But I knew that it was time for me to uplift from there to be to in a more creative place. D'Angelo, I knew him. I knew him.
Oh,
He from my home. He from Richmond. I met him. He went to school with one of my youngest daughter, and I met him through his father, his stepfather at the time. And I had to give him some pointers about copyrights. So I sit down with him and told him how to go when he come to New York. Before he came to New York, we sit down for hours. I gave him everything he needed to be so he won't get messed up in the game.
that's all right, man.
So for me to see him go to the next level just from that meeting as a young boy, you know.
Man, rest his soul, man. He was great, man.
Yes, 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 yes.
It,
So really, Atlanta move for me was twofold. It was Atlanta itself, but it was really musical. It was a musical move.
yeah.
It wasn't so much about me living here and all that. I knew I had to live here to get here, but it was a musical transition. I said, Atlanta has what I need. Back in the day, it was New York. And it still
Mhm.
is New York,
Yeah.
California.
Right.
But for me, Atlanta is that space, is that place, where everything is here. I mean, everything is here.
It's like a little Hollywood over there now, isn't it?
Everything is here. And then when Tyler Perry came on board,
Oh,
that's it.
now where's that? Do you know where that place is at? His
Yeah,
studio?
that's in East. It's East Point. It's in East Point, Georgia. East Point.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can visit. You just got to call it when you won't get to see Tyler.
Right, right,
But
right.
you can visit at certain times. You can go in.
Man, that's amazing, man. He's done so much for the
Yes.
actresses and actors, man. So many jobs, people,
Yes.
great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree. Yeah, I agree, man. He and I've been in contact not with him but his people because I want to really do something. I want to play some musical scores for some of his movies. I really do.
Oh, hey, there's
I really,
nothing wrong with that.
I really want to be part of some of that credits. You see, where music by Charles Thompson. I want
Yeah,
to be a part
yeah.
of it.
It's
And
funny you mentioned that about the scores. I remember watching an interview about Tom Scott, and he was talking about because he used to do a lot of the scores back in the day, and he was just saying like how they give you the script and this is what's going on, so you have to create the music as the
yes,
scene, right? You have to look at it and then say dun 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 and all that kind of stuff. So yeah,
yeah. And that's a good thing when you have that feel for movie theater and you as an artist playing music. I mean, it's just a great feeling. And
yeah,
I heard so much when I look at movies. I'd be like, man, I could play something right there.
yeah.
You know.
I can feel that in right there.
Yeah, so that was Atlanta was all about. Atlanta was like I said, a transition move. I retired, from Richmond, and I came here to really enhance my music. And since I've been here, I have created over 7 or 8 CDs just here alone.
Okay.
Just here alone. And more to come. Like I said, the other one going to come out now, the Love Mix, they're going to come out. And so the move has paid off and there's more to come.
Now, do they have the radio station? Do they pick it up? Some of your stuff?
Yeah,
They
not
do?
all of them, but Reagan, the White Side,
Uh-huh.
her station, she plays it. I got a lot of guy named Craig Ruler who has a playlist on Spotify. He played, but yeah, so certain stations we're playing. That's always going to be a hard thing for a lot of independent artists
Yeah.
because they got the major artists who really control that narrative because it's about money.
Yeah.
It's all that. You can't get around that, and that's not a slap in the face. It's business. It's business. But I've been able to break through, with meeting the right people. I met our regular husband, Dennis. I met him. I met the people at the station here, WKLC, KLC, LK, WCLK. Met them. And so my music has been played on a lot of stations here. Some I don't even know that they even had it. And people have said, man, I heard the song on so and so. You can't beat that.
Yeah, man. Atlanta is a hotbed for music.
They want a sound. They're looking for a certain sound. And so they don't care who you are.
Yeah.
It's the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reagan Whiteside, she does radio down there?
She got a spot that she does on Saturdays. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, she's a flute player, right? The flute player.
Yeah. Is there? Yeah, They play my music. She plays it. Yeah, and that helps you because she's an independent artist herself, so she understands.
Right.
Yeah. And she's further than I am, but she understands how to give back.
Yeah.
And so that's what it's all about, man.
It is. You know what? You in your business, you have to make relationships. You have to. You can't do that on your own.
That's right. Like you go to see artists as an artist yourself. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I still go to concerts. I go to Carol Albert concerts. I still go see the art and I meet them. I go back there and meet them.
Right.
And they say, and guess what? Some of them saying, I heard your stuff. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Don't know who hear it as major artists,
Right.
And they said, man, and they encourage you to keep on doing what you're doing. Say, it's not, it's a part of it's a game, but it's also part of having your honing your craft and knowing what you're doing with your music. So when that time comes, you're ready.
Yeah.
You're ready. I'm at a point now. I'm basically ready to actually really go on a tour. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this now.
Right.
And I wanted to have my music catalog to help me. So I got enough now to actually do, a full concert.
Oh, you got it all. Now, so how much do you practice now? Daily, yeah.
Every day I'm in here. I'm here every day. That's not one day I don't come in here.
You practice drums and the piano every day?
Mainly the piano where I'm at now.
Yeah.
But when I moved here, the drums. But the drums, I practice them too, but not as much here.
Okay.
Now. But basically, both of them. You have to.
Yeah.
I don't care who artists out there. Trust me, they will tell you they practice as much as they possibly can.
I mean, I know some people. I know some guys like I play. I play so much that I don't practice. But I don't know, man. Seems like you still, especially with saxophone, man, you got to do some long tones, man. You can't just play once a week at a show and then still be great. So they have to be doing something.
In your case, not only is your respiratory system, your breathing system.
Exactly.
You have to keep that active. You have to keep that wet. When we call it wet, you got to keep that active. And the same thing with my fingers. If I don't be playing, they can get cramped up, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
But so I'm constantly. I'm doing this anytime today. I ain't got to be here. I might be doing this.
Yeah.
So, because when you play so much, they can get locked.
Yeah.
And
I was
so,
going to ask you about. Have you ever had any finger problems? Like you needed any kind of? Because I had a trigger thumb, and I got another finger that's giving me. You ever had any problems like that?
That's why I haven't. That's why I have not. Yeah, that's why I haven't. Yeah. And like I said, you just keep on just honing your craft. That's it. That's the key. And see, I want to say this to a lot of other musicians that may not be in a certain place that said, well, maybe where you and I at right now, what we're doing, all the major artists, don't give up your gift. Your gift comes from God, not you. You are the receiver of the gift from God. That's who you are. So a lot of people would love to have your gift of music and don't have it. Well, God gave it to you and me. I'm talking to that person in the audience, besides you. God gave it to you and me. If you don't ever get out your studio, don't stop using your gift. You see what I'm saying?
Amen.
And because when it comes that you might get an opportunity to play, you won't be able to play because you stop using your gift.
Yeah.
So act like you're already there. When you practice, don't just practice Act like you already on that stage.
Yes.
It's a difference in practice. It's a different mindset. When I'm in here, I'm in concert.
Yeah. As if, the thing, act as if, just
Yes.
visualize you being there.
Yes.
So that's some advice I was going to ask you. You have any advice for up and coming musicians? That's pretty good what you just said, though.
Yes. Yeah, don't give up your gift. Don't give it up.
And be on time.
Everybody's not gonna be number one. It's not gonna happen.
Right.
It's not gonna happen. But it don't mean your gift cannot be heard. It don't mean that.
But be on time and be courteous, right?
Yeah, no question about that. No
Yeah.
question. Yeah, your heart, your mindset is plays a very important. Besides you being a gifted play, your mindset is very important. Because James Brown was very hard.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Yeah.
I mean, but he had a gift, but he was something to work with.
Yes, he was.
Something to work with. You know what I'm saying? But I understood him too. I also understood him.
Right.
I understood him. Not only from his upcoming and where he's from, to where he had to, where he was living today, but it's the idea of the gift. It's a gift.
Yes.
You don't wake up doing this. Probably the child does that, but you and I, it's the gift that come with that.
Yes.
And so you have to own that gift daily. You really do.
Yeah, you're right.
You really.
If you don't, like I said, use it or lose it. That's it.
That's it. And when you practicing today, like you already on stage, like you did in the church thing, when you played with other people, practice like you're always playing, like you're there. You're already there.
I like
You're
that
already
advice.
there.
I like that advice, man.
Put that in your head when you practice. I'm there because that's your goal.
Yeah.
You want to be there.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, so Charles, give me your Mount Rushmore of piano players, man.
My what now?
Your Mount Rushmore of piano players.
Okay, so I guess we would say the top 5.
Yeah.
Well, that's man. See, I'm gonna name top 5. It probably won't be the accuracy of all the ones I think of because your mindset, when the question is asked, your mind goes so many places, right?
Right.
When I started hearing piano, it was Bob James.
Okay.
Then it was Joe Sample.
Yes.
Then it came to Ramsey Lewis.
Oh, yes.
I'm trying to think as I go. Because Sun God is my God. This blew my mind,
Yeah.
And then you got, of course, Bob James. Bob Baldwin. That's my boy. I call him my boy. That's my friend.
Yeah.
He's there. Bob Baldwin, and then it's a guy named Rodney Bryant.
Rodney Bryant.
He had a song called I'm trying to think. Not Rodney Bryant. Not Rodney Bryant. Rodney Bryant's a gospel singer. His name was Rodney. I can see his face, but I can't call his last name.
I think I know what you're talking about. Did he
song
play the
was
song kind of like da-dum-dum-dum-dum,
Yes. That's the song.
I know you're talking about. I can't think his last name either, though.
Yeah, because Rodney Bryant is a gospel singer.
Right,
but yeah, Rodney, this guy here, man.
Yeah,
his style.
Yeah.
That's his song. It's something to be later.
Nice. I remember, man.
You can see the album cover right now. You can see his face, everything.
Yeah.
Song title. But yeah, Rodney was another influence for me to play too. And so through all of that, and there's so many more. It's so many more.
Yeah.
The new ones out here now, it's just so many of them. It's so many.
Right. And so
but those, I put those top 5, and everybody I named, who were they? They were old school.
Yeah.
So the new school stuff out here now is just evolutionary to what they learn, what I'm learning.
Yeah.
Including their own sound. But it's a lot more. And then as far as gospel, and with my smooth jazz, because I write gospel as well and smooth jazz, it would be Ben Tankard.
Oh yeah, he's nice. Yeah, Ben's nice.
Like his style is a style that I sort of use with my smooth jazz vibration, per se. Because he gravitates to a lot of other stuff more than just strictly gospel.
Right.
But he still play the gospel chords. You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
might add a little beat to it that normally you would not hear in smooth in smooth jazz music.
Right.
And that go back to our early part of the conversation. That's why I phrase my series as smooth jazz vibration, because I come from funk, James Brown,
Yeah.
you know, gospel, Ben Tanker. I come from Bob James, real, all this pretty stuff on the keys. So all of that's a part of who Charles is. It really is.
All right.
My sound.
Well, I tell you what, y'all, this has been very interesting, man. I really appreciate your time, man. So before
Thank you,
we get
man.
out of here, man, can you give everybody your all your socials and how they can get in touch with you and merch or what have you?
Really, it's Charles Thompson Music, which I got on the screen up top right here, on Smooth Jazz Vibration Music. And so my email is ctproduction@gmail.com and smooth jazz vibration at gmail.com music. And then I'm on every site that is, any digital site that is, my music is already there. So I'm pretty sure everybody can find that. And that's basically that's it. That's it.
Now, I tell you what, I love your studio, man. So you create
And
right there. That's where you do everything right there, huh?
this is just a portion of it. This is the point. It's a lot more.
Yeah.
It's a lot more. Yeah, I got stuff all behind the wall back here. And so I pull out different piano for different sound, different keyboards for different sound, and so this is what I do, man. I love my gift. I just tell people, I just love my gift. They in Charles' mind, I'm already there.
That's it, brother. Hey, man.
You see, and that way, so when that next step comes, guess what? I'm already there.
That's it.
I'm just waiting for the next step. In the meantime, I'm already there.
You visualize it right there. It's that's it.
It's here in the heart. It's here in the heart.
Yeah.
Again, I want to thank you. You just don't know how much it just means to me. It really means it's more than just our friendship through social media. You did not have to ask me. You didn't. But when I asked God, the rest speaks for itself.
Hey, and I appreciate you too, brother, because like I said, man, you've always been very encouraging, man. I never see you write anything derogatory. It's all about love, man. And your
Never do.
spirit, brother, is very much appreciated, especially nowadays, man, where we got so much darkness. You know what I mean?
So much.
So you share light, bro, and I really appreciate your time, man. So thank you so much, Charles.
Thank you, man. It's my honor. It's my honor, bro. My honor.
We're gonna stay
My
in
honor.
touch too, man. This is just, we got each other's phone numbers too, so we're gonna stay in touch. All right.
Please do, please do. If you're in the Atlanta area, let me know you're here.
Most definitely, man. We'll do that, man.
I'll let you know I'm there. I know
All
where
right.
you're at. I'll let you know.
All right, y'all. Take care, brother. All right. Ladies and
God
gentlemen,
bless you,
that's Mr. Charles Thompson. Check him out. Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or what have you. Check out his CDs. They're all available. And he's got new stuff coming up too. So keep look out for Brother Charles Thompson. This has been Dave, saxologist for Saxophones. I appreciate all of you guys. Have a wonderful day. Later.